EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And Dak going to start out going to the air. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Inside give to Elliott. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Muscles him off. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here now, 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Drive starts with a run. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll break. To throw is Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, and they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Prescott now. A dump off to Elliott. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once. Maybe defensively now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2-3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go. Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. Here's Goff. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there. Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff as they run left side. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Prescott on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On play action, Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. Well, now how about this return? And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Third down and 6. To throw is Goff. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed,
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. A first down throw for Prescott. Cook's full extension. It's complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And again, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They asked him to take charge. Where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, we're standing by. Apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him postgame. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And running with power here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. He's got a man complete. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 69 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Maverick, hell you won. 17,
Goff looking to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, As a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah. This is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball... a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. And he is caught. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Now Prescott. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him, but his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Throw out wide is incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Goff. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they watch this lead shrink a little. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle for a loss goes to Kirby Joseph, making a great play. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now Dak on the option left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped to the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Prescott from the gun. This is caught. Touchdown! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff now looking to throw. That is caught by Laporta. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Goff. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now here come the Cowboys. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3, 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 10. A minute 15 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and then get that onside kick. Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this one is right down Broadway. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out there and they muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now it's the Lions' turn, trailing by 6, 25 seconds remaining. Now they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now it's Goff. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expected it.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays, but defense... sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense.
He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.